Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna be doing a Slammiversary review. Um, so today we're gonna be talking about Slammiversary. There is a lot to talk about. I took a lot of notes, and it seemed that this show was really good, and um we'll just get started. The promo package for this show, the first thing, so they had like names like Bully Ray in this, like for the promo package and stuff, and um, it was alright. I'm gonna say the promo package was probably a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. They done a great job teasing the talent, and I think that mystique of the show wanted you to watch it more, and I think that's what WWE's lacking currently, and I think that's what kind of various promotions are lacking. Just that kind of surprise factor, making you want to watch more and more. And they have my attention for this Tuesday, which stay tuned. There might be a review for next Tuesday as well for Impact Wrestling. It depends on how that show goes. There will also be a review for Extreme Rules tonight, as well as maybe predictions might be coming out today. I don't know. But I'm recording this on the day of Extreme Rules because I just got done watching Slammiversary last night, and I wanted to kind of gather my mind on my thoughts for this show. So, number one, the point that I wrote down, it was the Guns versus the Rascals. Um, in my opinion, I think this was the best match to start off the show because it got your expectations really high because Chris Sabin was the former World Heavyweight Champion. Um, and I think this pay per view again delivered on the promises that it kept, and I think I think it done an overall great job. So I think I think that I'm gonna go controversial here. I think this is one of the best pay per views in quite some time for TNA wise, and I think they delivered on every promise that they said. So that's just my opinion. Now, all that being said, the Guns did defeat the Rascals, so the Motor City Machine Guns are apparently back, which I think is a great move for Impact Wrestling. They really need some veteran tag teams. I believe they do have a few veteran tag teams, but I can't think of them off of my head. I know the North is one of them, but they're not really veterans. For example, I think they just formed their tag team just in like a year ago or something, I think. But they have the Motor City Machine Guns, and now they have the Good Brothers as well. So they do have some veteran tag teams kind of to help out the locker room. I wish they had the Wolves again because Wolves versus Motor City Machine Guns or Gallows and Anderson would be lit in 2020. But uh, but the Guns did get the win. Pretty good win for the Motor City Machine Guns, honestly. They looked like they haven't missed quite a step. There was a few botches on the Rascals' part, but I mean that's perfectly understandable. Of course, you're gonna have some botches here and there. But then we had the real world champion, which should have been down further in the card, in my opinion, but it's alright. Uh, the real world champion, Moose, takes on Tommy Dreamer in kind of like a no disqualification match, I assume it was. I didn't really know the stipulation. But, Moose, pretty much. I mean, I'm not gonna say he squashed Dreamer because Dreamer got a little bit of offense in, but it seemed like a squash. And Moose is being built up as a big heel, big face of the company type heel, and Moose to get the victory over Tommy Dreamer. And I mean that's perfectly fine. I mean I love the build up of stars. It's taken Moose quite a while to get into world champion type material, but I think he's done a great job with that role. So going on to the Knockouts Gauntlet, I really enjoyed this in a way. I mean, it was all right. We had Tasha Steeles at number one, Kylie Ray at number two, and they battled it out for maybe about 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, and then Ty Valkyrie's music hit, and it was Johnny Bravo, the dude that helps out Taya and Rosemary now, and he got eliminated pretty quick. So he was a waste of one slot, but also he was trying to help Taya and win. So I thought Taya wasn't going to get another shot, so it kind of pissed me off, I will tell you. And then we got number four, which was Kimberly. Kimberly done some pretty good stuff in that match. I mean, it wasn't too special. Then we had Kiara Hogan at number five. Six was Susie. Seven was Katie Forbes. Eight was Madison Rain. Nine was Havoc. 10 was Taya, the real Taya Valkyrie. 11 was Alicia Edwards. 12 was Navia. Navia, I don't know how you say that. Apologize for that. And 13 was Rosemary, which was the real Rosemary. And then 14 was the fake Rosemary, which was Bravo again. So 2 slots was wasted. I would say 2 of them slots could have went to the Beautiful People, which would have been really great in my opinion to have a reunion with Madison Rain. But notable eliminations is Havoc got eliminated by Bravo, which really pissed me off. I think Havoc should have got maybe at least double teamed, triple teamed, or something to get out because she was the biggest woman in the match. And another woman, Kiara Hogan, got eliminated by Rosemary, I believe. I have wrote down, and it went down to Taya, uh, Kylie Ray, and Rosemary. And Rosemary got eliminated when it was she was choking out Kylie, and she got pushed over the ropes by Taya by accident, I believe it was. And it was kind of like a last minute thing, I think, in their book, which is perfectly fine. But I think Rosemary, she went down to like Rosemary and Taya, in my opinion. And then I think they're still trying to build that up, which is perfectly fine. Long story long story type telling is pretty cool, I guess. But Kylie got the win in the gauntlet match. It went down to Taya and Kylie, and Kylie was able to defeat Taya Valkyrie. And big win for her, and she faces the Knockouts champion, which you'll see later on in the night, either between Jordan Grace or Deonna Purrazzo, which was a great match as well. And when they were cutting, Heath Miller, Heath Slater, cut a promo, and he was basically declaring that he was in Impact Wrestling. Well, not in Impact Wrestling, but he was like a free agent, and I'm supposing that he's gonna try to sign with Impact Wrestling, which is a great move on his part. I don't think he would do good in stuff like AEW and stuff. But a person come out, and I don't have the name written down. I apologize. But he come out and was talking trash to Heath, and then Heath hit a zigzag, which was a cool tribute to Ziggler, but it looked like a maybe a more weak zigzag, but it was perfectly fine. I mean, it worked. It worked out. So then we had the X Division champion Willie Mack take on Chris Bay in a title match, and in my opinion, I thought this match was great. I like the Razor Ramon type gear that Willie Mack had. That was really great. I think Chris Bay winning was a great idea. It was a great match, in my opinion, for the X Division. So, Chris Bay is the new X Division champion. Great move, in my opinion, to have him win the title. Then we had a Rhino and Slater segment. or a Miller segment, and apparently this is going to maybe equal him coming to on Tuesday, which is making me kind of want to watch more to see what happens Tuesday. So they invested me in there, and I think that's where this show really done a great job at. They invested in Tuesday, which makes you want to watch to the next day, which is kind of what WWE lacks, as I said. I think they lack the ability to make you want to watch the next week, and it's not that that's a bad thing or anything like, but I mean, if you want somebody to watch after a pay per view, let them see what happens. I think they advertise good for this show, and I'm excited for Tuesday. So then we had the North, the longest reigning, well, maybe not longest reigning. I think the Impact Tag Team Champions, maybe they are the longest reigning. I can't really remember, but they faced Shamrock and Sammy. Um, the North were able to get the victory, and they cut a promo afterwards, and they said that they were the best tag team in Impact Wrestling, and the Motor City Machine Guns cut them off. And the Motor City Machine Guns versus the North was announced for Tuesday as well. Again, great move that goes to the future. As you see, two segments in a row, they they want you, they invested you to watch more. So, in my opinion, they done a amazing job. I'm gonna put now on investing in the future, and I think that's what WWE needs to do. I think they need to kind of follow in these type of footsteps. I never thought I'd really say that they need to follow in TNA's footsteps, but they really need to here and promote their stuff a little bit better to make me want to watch WWE a little bit more. But for now, um, TNA has my business. I think they done a great job producing this pay per view, in my opinion. Then we had Deanna Purrazzo versus Jordan Grace, which was, I must say, one of the best knockout matches I've seen personally. I mean, it had everything I like in it. It had um, the factor of Jordan's arm getting worked on the whole match. Like, literally, like a submission expert in Deanna Purrazzo worked on that arm. Jordan was able to hit some big power moves, but just kept shaking that arm. And in the end, Deanna both arms of Jordan Grace, and Jordan Grace, for I believe maybe the first time, had to officially like tap out in TNA, and I believe that's her first time. If I'm, correct me if I'm wrong, but Deanna Purrazzo is your new Knockouts champion, which I believe another great move in the future. It makes me want to watch more in the future. Again, great move from Impact Wrestling, and then well, let me just put it this way. We have Kylie Ray now against Deanna Purrazzo. I think that's going to be a decent match as well. And that should be really, really great. I don't think it's this coming Tuesday again, but that needs a little bit more build because Deanna's just starting as a champion. She doesn't need to defend right away, in my opinion. So then we had our main event: Eddie Edwards, Ace Austin, Trey, and the mystery person. So Eddie Edwards, I believe, Trey, I believe Ace Austin come out first, then Trey, then Eddie, and then the mystery person was Rich Swann, and it was all right. That was a good surprise, I think. But then another person come out, and it was Eric Young, a former world champion, and the elimination order, I believe, come out like, I think Trey was first when Young Paul drived him. Then I believe it was, but no, I believe it was actually Eric Young first because no, I think Trey was first, yeah, because Eric Young, and then Swan, I believe, knocked out Eric Young, and then it was Ace Austin beating Rich Swann, and then it was Eddie Edwards beating Ace Austin, which, in my opinion, that's alright, like, whatever. But Ace Austin should become, I think, be world champion. And I think what I was really hoping for is Aces and Eights was to return, because they teased the Aces and Eights return, and that really makes me mad that they didn't. They didn't go forth with that. But maybe there'll be some more build to that. Maybe we'll see that later. Who knows? But after the match, Madman Fulton and Ace Austin jumped them, and the Good Brothers come out and saved Eddie Edwards, which was pretty cool, I guess. But then a cool moment come when EC3 ended the Impact show with a little promo. He smashed the glass and left the camera frame, and EC3 is back now. So they did pick up in in this pay per view they picked up the Motor City Machine Guns, Heath Slater. Um, they also picked up, let's see, uh, Eric Young and EC3 and the Good Brothers. So we already knew some of these, but they were big pickups in my opinion. I think Eric Young was a big pickup for TNA. I think EC3 was another big pickup for TNA that they really needed to kind of go forward. I think Eric Young is a veteran that could really help the youngins in TNA. Um, but if you enjoyed this review, leave a comment down below how you enjoyed Slammiversary, or if you got to watch it. Um, and that, I guess, will be it. So leave a like on this video, comment, subscribe, uh, and I guess I'll see you guys later. Tune in to my Extreme Rules predictions and possibly the review on Monday, because I just don't feel like doing it. Don't feel like doing it later on when it goes off, because I'll be too tired. But anyway, I guess I'll see you guys later. Peace out.